What's going on, everyone? Great Talon here, and E3 is upon us. It has come, and as fast as it has come, and as soon as it is gone, because it's right now, it's Wednesday, and oh my god, it's almost over, but I have a ton of articles, so if you think my 25-30 minute weekly news roundups were long, strap in, strap on, and get ready, because this shit is going over 9,000 people, over 9,000.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000!
And I'm going to be breaking it down by conference. So the first conference that we're going to talk about is Devolver Digital, the highlight. So the first highlight here is The Messenger. Yes, The Messenger DLC, free DLC, will be out on July 11th. As you guys know, I'm a tremendous Messenger fan. Get out there and play this game. It is the Ninja Gaiden we deserve without the brutal difficulty. It is a fun ride, and July 11th, you get to time manipulate, ninja jump, and ninja swipe your way through a tropical adventure. Next up, we have a game from Devolver Publishing and Phobia Games called Carry On, where you play as the monster this time around in a horror game. It is a horror experience that pretty much puts you in the seat of the monster, just freaking sneaking up on people and abducting them and killing them. I gotta get this game. This game looks freaking fun as hell. I know we want to play as the monster. Usually you're running from the monster. No, now we get to be the monster. This little 2D side-scrolling Metroidvania type game. So I'm all on board. This comes out early 2020, I believe. Moving on to the Ubisoft side of the E3 highlight news. Watch Dogs Legion has been announced and revealed for a March 2020 release date. To be precise, more precise, it's coming out on March 6th of 2020. And I really can't lie here. I'm always skeptical about Ubisoft, but honestly, it looks pretty good. It takes place in London. You know, you get to, it looks like it's more action orientated this time around. You can control any NPC you could by hacking into their device, taking over their persona, and advancing that way. So I think that's pretty cool. I'll check it out. I'm not going to pay full price for it because I refuse to pay full price for Ubisoft games anymore when they're just going to drop in price a week later. So I will be playing this at some point down the line, so you can stay tuned for that. Also, Rainbow Six Quarantine was announced. Now, it's not going to be like Siege, which is PvP. It's supposed to be PvE, which is player versus everyone. It's going to be a tactical 3-player co-op experience where you face off against some type of alien parasite thing. And they showed a teaser trailer for it, which I was pretty digging it. I had like a Left 4 Dead, like alien type feel. I might check this out. Not at full price, like I said, because I can't do it, but I might check this out. This looks decent. And finally, yes, in shocking turn of events, Ubisoft did not unveil another Assassin's Creed game. No, they had a symphony orchestra nonsense, but what really stuck out to me in a highlight of Ubisoft conference was a game called Gods and Monsters, which is pretty much like it's taking a shot trying to be the next, I think, Zelda Breath of the Wild. It has the same kind of graphics. It's due out on February 25th, 2020. I want to check this out. It has to do with like Greek mythology. It's from the makers of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it looks pretty cool. It looks like you're playing as like a Kid Icarus type character, and you're supposed to just like deal with the war between gods and monsters, I think. And I don't know. I'm interested in it. I'm probably going to check this out. Again, not at full price, but I will be checking this out probably at some point after it launches in February 25th, 2020. Now moving alongside into your Square Enix E3 news and highlights, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition is out on Nintendo Switch this coming winter. Remastered, yes folks, the 2003 GameCube title, which was a co-op Final Fantasy game, is now coming to the Nintendo Switch this coming winter. I think it was like 4-player co-op if I'm not mistaken, so you can do it online co-op they said, or local, and coming to the Switch when? This winter. I don't know whether that means like late 2019 or like probably early 2020. I would say like January, February, it'll be on there too. Definitely. Alongside of mobile devices, because E3 is a place to broadcast mobile gaming, apparently, for some God knows reason. It's also coming to the PS4 as well. The long-awaited remastered edition of Final Fantasy VIII will be coming to the Nintendo Switch this coming year in 2019. It was revealed at Nintendo's E3 Direct. And I gotta say, folks, it looks fucking fantastic. I love you know what's crazy about me? I love Final Fantasy so much that I've never finished a Final Fantasy game other than Final Fantasy 15. Why? Because I just don't want them to end. They are that good. I have no excuse now. The remastered version will probably feature what the Final Fantasy VII remastered featured: rewind points and quick rewind and fast forward points, and so there's no excuse left for me. I gotta play this. So it's due out this year on the Nintendo Switch. 11-year-old RPG The Last Remnant, one of those cult RPGs, is now available on the Nintendo Switch. Yes, for $19.99. It was first released in 2008, if I'm not mistaken, about 11 years ago. It was one of those cult one-hit wonder classics, and it's available now on the Switch. It was available in the Japanese market, and for a long time now, it's finally come west and on the Nintendo Switch. So go out there and buy this if you're a big fan of the series. It's available now on the Nintendo Wii Shop. Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's all about, that's what this E3 was primarily about for Square, other than a surprise at the end. Final Fantasy VII Remake, the release date has been announced for March 3rd of 2020. This is part 1. They don't know how many they're going to do. It's like episodic. They're trying to break it up because they're trying to make the game so like massive or whatever. I don't know how they're going to master this, but anyway. It was one of their most bloodiest, brilliant showings of E3 this week. The gameplay looks awesome. It's like a combination, a perfect fusion almost of turn-based and real-time action. Tifa looked awesome. Barret looked awesome. Cloud looked awesome. Aerith looked awesome. It looked phenomenal. So the first game is going to take place and focus on Midgar. I don't know if the Shinra Corporation or anything is going to be in the next few games. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but we'll see. It looks beautiful so far. I'm so happy we have a release date. And he said it's going to boast I think the first game is going to be in between 22 and 30 hours at least. The first game. It's going to come on 2 Blu-ray discs. So get ready. March 3rd. Can't come soon enough. From the makers of Bulletstorm, yes, People Can Fly has been picked up by Square Enix to make a game called Outriders, a new co-op shooter from the Bulletstorm developer. It's supposed to be like a modern, dark sci-fi that's due out in 2020, and it looks pretty awesome. I think you create your own character here, and I think it's a co-op PvE type shooter. I think it's going to be single player. They said it has a story and everything that unfolds. But it's kind of, to me, it's like a drop-in, drop-out experience. I think it's going to be kind of like Borderlands-ish, but like a dark Borderlands. So we'll see how this goes come early next year. Oh, and finally, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Square Enix conference ended with, of course, the Marvel's Avengers video demonstration. Wasn't gameplay. The gameplay is going to be shown at E3 later on this week, but holy shit, the cinematic trailer. Holy fucking shit, the release date of May 15, 2020. And there's more, folks. Because this game, you get to play as all 4 of the Avengers. Excuse me, 5, Hank Pym. 5 of the Avengers so far, with brand new Avengers characters coming for free, they said, down the line. This looks unfreaking believable. It looks insane. It looks better than I hoped. We're still a year out. I'm sure they're going to tweak the graphics or whatever. It looks, holy shit, this looks fucking awesome. But anyway, I'm still watching it again. But anyway, so yeah, it's going to be out May 15, 2020. All of the character content DLC will be, I'm not sure the DLC will be priced, but they said all the characters will be free. There will be no microtransactions, no loot boxes in this game. So, I mean, microtransactions, I think they might add cosmetics over time, but not out the gate. And as characters are added over time, they're going to be free. So, holy fucking shit. There was, in this trailer, they showed Abomination. I saw Taskmaster. It looked superb. And if this is a games as a service game type of game, this is something I can get on board with because they're doing it right. Everything is going to, the characters are free. They want to add every year. They're going to add new packs, I think. If they're going to charge like $10-15 a pop for new story content, so be it. I'll play it. 4-player drop in, drop out co-op. Why not? It'll be the Borderlands of the Marvel games. Why the hell not? And from what I can tell, it's in third person. So, Crystal Dynamics, I love you. Thank you so much. Can't wait for next May. Now moving on to the Bethesda side of the E3 highlights this week. Doom Eternal gets a release date. Yes, this fall. It's coming right the week before Thanksgiving, November 22nd, and it has a 2-on-1 multiplayer mode. Also, alongside of this, it's going to have 2 post-story DLCs included in a season pass, along with some other content as well. It looks phenomenal. It looks just as good, if not better, than Doom 2016, if you could even fathom that thought. I will definitely be getting this holiday season. I cannot wait. I don't know I mean, you don't really get Doom for the story, but I'm glad it does have, they're still sticking to single player. God bless them. You know, they could have just made a Doom PvP type game, but they didn't. God bless them. God bless all of them at id Software for staying true to the original formula. So that was probably the best news out of Bethesda the rest of this week. I got a couple more things to talk about from Bethesda, but it's nothing as exciting as this, obviously. Okay, from the makers, Arcane Studios, the makers of Dishonored and the recent Prey reboot, have revealed their next game. It's going to be called Deathloop, and it's due out in 2020. It's like a take on the, I guess you could say, the Groundhog Day-esque type feel, because when you die, it's kind of like, you ever see that movie Day After Tomorrow, where Tom Cruise just keeps dying and resetting and hitting that reset button. But you know, this is going to kind of be like this in this game here. I think it's going to be a first-person game as well. Anyway, it still looks like it's in the beta phases. They just gave us a cinematic trailer, you know, like most of the stuff with E3 was. So we'll see more about this hopefully next E3 or maybe sometime during the year. We'll see how this goes. It's kind of like it's like a two assassins, rival assassins, trying to kill each other, and it just keeps repeating and repeating over and over again. Hopefully this will have a story. I really hope so. It looks pretty interesting. I would definitely play this. And finally, from the makers of, believe it or not, The Evil Within. No, it's not The Evil Within 3. It's a new game called Ghostwire Tokyo. It is due out again in 2020. It's still in the beta phases, but it kind of looks like it deals with the whole supernatural thing, where they were saying that you can like take on any like I think it might be like this. They think you could take on different like spirits or something like that. I'm not sure how it's going to be. It's going to be like instead of a survival horror, they said this is going to be more like a thriller action game. So I'm interested to see where they take this. I'm always fascinated by Japanese culture, so this looks pretty interesting. I hope see more about this in the next year or so. Okay, now I know I covered this on the Xbox when I did my Xbox E3 reaction to Microsoft conference, but I'm going to just touch up on it now, just give my highlights. Halo Infinite release date has been revealed for Xbox One and Project Scarlet. It's coming holiday 2020, and it will be a launch title for the next Xbox, Project Scarlet. This has not been seen since 2001. I want to make that clear. It's making Xbox come full circle, people, because when Xbox first launched in 2001, it launched with Halo. When this next Xbox comes out, it's launching with Halo. That is a beautiful thing. I'm going to get the bundle pack. I cannot wait. A brand new Battletoads trailer revealed, and a lot of people are mixed about it, but I love it. I love the whole cartoony look of it, and it looks amazing. Well, to me anyway. I think it looks quirky and fun. 3-player couch co-op, online co-op as well. Confirmed. Coming when? We don't know. It was supposed to be 2019. I hope. It looks like it's almost ready. I wouldn't be surprised if this comes out as like a reveal at Gamescom or something like that in August, to come out this fall sometime, because it looks almost done. I'm definitely going to get this. Oh my god, it was such a big part of my childhood. I need to play this again. And this looks kind of fun. I'm not going to lie. And they even have the racing. The racing is back too. I think it's like, you know, it's forward. It's not horizontal racing. I think it's vertical, and it looks really, really fun. Yeah, I need this. See, look at this racing. Oh my god, looks awesome. Okay, something I'm a little upset or disappointed about. Ninja Theory's next game, the makers of, you know, the Devil May Cry remake and you know, Hellblade and Enslaved Odyssey to the West. Their next game is going to be, let's just look at it. It's like it's a multiplayer game, guys. It's 4v4 competitive online multiplayer. So, I'm not a big fan of this. It looks quirky and fun, but there's gonna be a beta this month, I think. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. I heard they have other projects in the pipeline, but this is just something to, I guess, to whet our appetites a little bit. But I don't know. What do you guys think about this? I'm not that crazy about it. Not yet, anyway. You know me. Anything that doesn't have a story, I'm not fond of. Ori and the Will of the Wisps release date has been announced, and it's a little disappointing. It's not until February 11, 2020, but it will launch on Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate on the same day. Speaking of Game Pass Ultimate, by the way, that's like a $14.99 package. You get Game Pass on PC and the consoles, as well as Xbox Live membership as well, Gold membership. And this looks phenomenal. You know what? The more that I look at this game, the more I need it. So, yeah, let them take all the time they want perfecting this masterpiece. This is going to be an amazing game. In another shocking turn of events, a Blair Witch game has been announced, set in 1996, and it's going to be an Xbox One and PC exclusive, shockingly, and will be available on Game Pass at launch. And it will come out on August 30th, in the summer. Hot summer love and hot summer of getting the shit scared out of you. I'm going to get this game. This looks freaking nuts, so... I like a good scare and horror every now and then. Look at that, right from the movie. Ooh, bone chilling. And you guys probably know this already, but Keanu Reeves was on stage at Microsoft's press conference, announced not only the release date for Cyberpunk 2077, but also that he is going to be starring or co-starring alongside of the main character in the game, alongside of him. So he's all motion capped out. He's already got himself in the game. The game, by the way, comes out on April 16, 2020. Pre-orders are live now. I am going to pre-order mine tomorrow. So, yes. I mean, it's my birthday today, so I might just go ahead and do it today. Why not kick off the birthday with a bang? Or like Keanu here, get all fucking decked out. Get a freaking cyber arm. One of my all-time favorite RTSs, Ages of Empires Definitive Edition Remastered, is announced for Xbox One and PC, and will be due out this coming year in 2019, and will be available, of course, on Xbox Game Pass in 4K, of course. And look at this, look how cute this looks. All this destruction and mayhem. Why not? Because RTSs like this are part of the golden age of RTSs and what I grew up on when I was 10, 11 years old. I just went home, I played this, I played Star Wars Galactic Backgrounds. I don't know if you guys remember that RTS, but yeah, this looks really fun. I'm definitely going to be most likely going to be getting this when I renew my Game Pass this month. Double Fine Productions has now joined Xbox Game Studios as one more notch under their belt. Next to Ninja Theory and Obsidian comes Double Fine Studios with Tim Schafer alongside of his projects such as Psychonauts 2, which fucking, come on, release this year. I need this. Release this year, Psychonauts 2, and hopefully we get a Brutal Legend 2 now that Microsoft Game Studios has taken them under their wing. And Psychonauts 2, by the way, folks, it's not, now that they own Double Fine Studios, it'll probably be multi-platform as well, because that's what it was promised for. But thank God Starbreeze is not publishing this game as it once had, because Starbreeze is on the verge of bankruptcy. And this game here looks really good, and it needs all the funding it can get to make it be the best game that it can be. So I can't wait for this. It looks almost done. I hope we get it this year. Gears of War 5 now has a release date. As anticipated, it will be out on September 10th, 2019, and feature a new mode called Escape Mode, which features a kind of get out of dodge system where you and two other people, I think, or have to just kind of escape like the whole horde and everything like that. Get out, and it's kind of like, I guess you can say, a Call of Duty Zombies type thing, where you kind of you start in one area and you have to keep moving to another, and all the way until you can get to the finish line. Whoever gets to the finish first wins. Due out September 10th, and I'm looking forward to this one as well. I really liked how they spun the story in 4. I'm really looking forward to seeing where they take it. And finally, in a shocking yet sad turn of events, Microsoft announced that the Xbox One backwards compatibility program will be coming to an end, with 23 final editions available later on this week, including original Xbox titles of Armed and Dangerous, Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb, Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy, all the Splinter Cell games, and Unreal Championship 2 Leandri Conflict, along with a ton of Xbox 360 games like Asura's Wrath, Battlefield 2, Enchanted Arms, Enslaved, Odyssey to the West, Far Cry Classic, Far Cry Instincts Predator, Infinite Undiscovery, Peter Jackson's King Kong, Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands, Skate, Star Ocean, The Last Hope, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Syndicate, 2 Human, and Unreal Tournament 2, along with a bunch of remastered games in 4K, such as the Banjo games and all the rare games. And anyway, they're also offering 2 Human for free, just to say thank you for supporting them, and I think it's a beautiful way to go out. A lot of games on here. I'm going to drop this link in the description so you guys can check it out as well. But, I applaud them. Hopefully, after they get settled with Scarlet, they'll continue the backwards compatibility, I pray. But, we'll see what happens as time goes on. But thank you, Microsoft, for giving us old, appreciated games, older titles that we once loved growing up with. And lastly, in the Microsoft exclusive type news, I guess you can call it exclusive, Phantasy Star Online 2 is coming west. Sega announced at the Microsoft press conference that it's coming, the Xbox One and PC, as a free-to-play game. Free-to-play. So, yes, all of the battles, all of the freaking chapters, all of the story, they'll be available on Xbox One and PC later on this year, I believe, for free, gratuita. So yes, for free. I really wanted to get into this game so many times, so I really am excited to start it. I'm glad it's free to play, and it's going to be cross-play as well. If you have a PC to Xbox One, they're incorporating that as well, so I would look forward to that this coming year as well, because Phantasy Star is such a long-running series. I'm so glad it's coming to the West. It's been available since 2012, and definitely will be checking this out. Now for on your multi-platform side of the news, we have one very exciting announcement and some lackluster ones and some mediocre ones. But anyway, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga will include episodes 1 through 9, and it will be in early 2020, I'm assuming after episode 9 drops and premieres, for everything, for the Switch, for the PS4, Xbox One, PC, and mobile devices, I believe, as well. So I'm a big LEGO fan, but I really can't support this because I don't think episode 8 is a Star Wars movie, and I don't know how I feel episode 9 yet. Bandai Namco has announced the release date for their Vampire Dark Souls game, Code Vein. It will be releasing on September 27th and coming to the Xbox One, PC, and PlayStation 4. I'm going to be getting this on PS4. I think I played the beta. I thought the beta was cool. It really was addictive. I had to stop myself from playing it because I didn't know if the progress would carry over to the main game or not. And I got pretty substantial levels and stuff, so I wanted to just scale it back for the final release. So I'll be getting it this fall, doing some live streams. You guys can come check it out and have a good time. The new Bandai Namco series from the Tales series, Tales of Arise, has been announced with a brand new mechanics, brand new everything coming in 2020. I can't lie, folks, I'm so glad they're revamping the system because I couldn't finish Tales of Vesperia because it was on a 10-plus-year-old system mechanics, and this looks really good. The gameplay and the combat and the graphics look really, really impressive. So I'm probably going to be checking this out at some point in the future. Maybe not at launch, but it looks really, really good. Yeah, I might actually get this at launch. It looks really good. Hopefully it holds up and it plays as good as it looks. A brand new Dragon Ball Z game has been announced. The Project Z, codenamed, is now been named, or going to be named, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and it's due out in March 2020. Now, what is it exactly? It's going to be an RPG of sorts. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm interested in seeing how DBZ RPG is going to be. I would play it in a heartbeat because, it's just the same formula over and over and over again. It's like action-adventure, action-fighting this, but it looks like it's following the Xenoverse formula. So I'm interested to see how this does. I'll be look for the reviews and everything and see how this does in March, and I'll let you guys know if it's worth buying or not. Oh, one of my exciting top 3. It's in my top 3 of E3. George R.R. Martin and FromSoftware Hideteki Miyazaki-san are working together in a peanut butter and jelly-like game called Eldenring, which is going to be a collaboration of some of the greatest minds and developers of all time. You got George R.R. Martin's storytelling with Hideteki Miyazaki-san's gameplay mechanics all fused together, and it's going to have a strong narrative, and I'm guessing Soulsborne-like gameplay. I'm hoping it's going to be the RPG of the decade starting in 2020. I mean, I just hope this comes out in 2020. There was no release date, it's just an announcement trailer. It's a cinematic, so they're working on it now. And I'm guessing it's going to come out probably at the end of 2020, I would assume. I hope, I pray. Please, I need it! Now I'm going to try and make this as fast as possible because Nintendo Switch had a ton of announcements at their Direct E3 yesterday, and it was ridiculous. So first off, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 expansion packs has been announced. Yes, for $19.99 you get 3 story packs that are going to be released throughout the year, starting this fall, going into 2020. So yeah, I'm going to be getting this day one. I don't know about the expansion pass, but it's going to expand upon all the classic universes like Fantastic Four, X-Men, and Spider-Man. So we'll see how this does going on moving forward. You're going to get content from, I think they said, Marvel Knights, X-Men, and Fantastic Four, JRPG Oninaki is coming to Nintendo Switch on August 22nd. Square Enix has announced the release date at the Nintendo Switch E3 Direct yesterday, June 11th. I think this is going to be if I'm not mistaken, like a hack and slash RPG. It looks like an overhead isometric type of game. Not sure how it's going to do, but it looks pretty fun. I might actually check this out down the line. My favorite survival horror game of this generation, Alien Isolation, has been announced for the Nintendo Switch and will be coming later this year. case you guys aren't aware, Alien Isolation is you play as Ripley's daughter as she's going to search for her in between after the first movie. It takes place in between the big gap between Alien 1 and 2, and it's just ridiculous. Like the amount of fear. I had trouble sleeping at night because this game gave me nightmares and it tortured me. It was brilliant. It was genius. It was the ultimate game of cat and mouse, and it should not be missed by anyone. Super Mario Maker 2 update will let you play with your friends online. Nintendo has announced their Treehouse yesterday, and that's good news because the whole reasoning behind not being able to play with your friends online was nonsense because of leaderboards. Come on now. I'm very happy to see Nintendo doing the right thing here because, you know, if you want to play online with your friends, you should be able to search for them. You shouldn't have to just play with randos. That would be stupid and weird. But yeah, this is coming out June 28th. I'm getting this probably day one. Disgaea 4, the complete edition, will be released, plus with Sparks of the Rebellion on Nintendo Switch this fall. I'm not a big JRPG fan. I do dabble, but I do enjoy my JRPGs when I play them. But this game apparently was one of the, I think, a really good following in Japan, and it's coming to the West this fall. So I think it's like I'm not sure what kind of game it is. It's got to be a JRPG. It looks like it. Kind of looks like Sailor Moon a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, this due out on the Switch this fall. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch is coming to the Nintendo Switch this September. Relive the classic little journey of this little JRPG that tries to be like Pokemon. And yeah, I actually play the demo and it's pretty fun. At the Switch E3 Direct, Square Enix announced that Romancing Saga 3 and Scarlet Grace Ambitions will be released in the West on the Nintendo Switch as well as the other consoles as well. Very soon. I believe it will be this year, but they didn't give an exact date. But these games were classics on the Super Nintendo and the 16-bit era, and they were only, I think, in the East, but now they're coming to the West. And yeah, if it's going to be available on the Switch, I'm all for portability, so I would definitely check this out on the Switch. But it looks pretty good. It's coming, hopefully, in 2019. Lovecraftian Adventure, The Sinking City, will be coming to the Switch this fall. I love me some Lovecraftian adventures, so this is coming to the Switch and I can play it on the go. I think I'd actually want to check it out. The Lovecraftian stories have always been really cool and kind of deep and makes you think a lot, so I'm all for this. Absolutely, 110%. Due out in 2019, former Xbox exclusives New Super Lucky's Tale has been announced for the Nintendo Switch this fall. This yet again continues the love affair that Microsoft has been having with the Nintendo Switch. And what better than a little lighthearted platformer like Super Lucky's Tale to be on the Nintendo Switch? I enjoyed this game. I played on the Xbox One, and it was a fun, quirky little game, and you guys should enjoy it on the Switch. Capcom, the unsung heroes of E3 2018, have been mildly absent, or majorly absent this E3, but they have dropped a trailer for Resident Evil 5 and 6 announcement for the Nintendo Switch coming this fall. Both games will be featured, and I believe, high definition on the Nintendo Switch this fall. But it looks good. I mean, you know, I like Resident Evil 5 over 6, but that's just me. And if you can play a co-op online, hopefully, why not give it a whirl? New Luigi's Mansion 3 details have been revealed. Developer Next Level Games has confirmed by the developer, to be the developer, it's going to be a hotel this time. It's not a mansion. It's going to be a co-op mode, I believe. There's going to be a bunch of different other controls similar in the Dark Moon series on the 3DS. You have to rescue Peach, Mario, and 2 other Toads as well this time around. And yeah, so it looks to be really interesting. You could turn into goo this time and access new areas. I think it's going to be great. It's due out 2019, but they're not saying when. They're saying it's 2019, but I want a Halloween release date. What better spookiness of a game to release on Halloween? If you don't release it on Halloween, it's just a lost opportunity. So quit playing the ground and saying 2019. I think they have one more day of E3 tomorrow, so we'll find out hopefully tomorrow when this game is actually coming, other than 2019. Square Enix has announced at the Nintendo Switch E3 Direct that Trials of Mana, Collection of Mana have been announced with 2 new trailers. The Collection of Mana is out now for $40, a little steep to me on the Switch, and Trials of Mana is actually going to be coming in early 2020 as well. But these games look really, the Trials of Mana is going to be fully remade in 3D remastered for the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. Early 2020 going to be out for. But yeah, the collection, it showcased Final Fantasy Adventure, Secret of Mana, and I think Mana Battle or something like that. I think, or something like that. It's I just want Secret of Mana because I like Secret of Mana growing up, and I'm not going to pay $40 for it. Hopefully it releases separately as a standalone so I can play just that game itself. Dragon Quest XI, the Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition is out on September 27th for the Nintendo Switch. Yay, I've been waiting for this a little, kind of. And it looks phenomenal. It looks really, really good. You can, it looks completely like, I mean, I guess you can say remastered, or hopefully it'll run just as good as it does on the consoles on the Switch, so I'm really hoping that it does. This little turn-based JRPG has been pretty well scored and well received last year, so I really hope that it gets the port it deserves on the Switch. September 3rd, Spyro Reignited Trilogy comes to the Nintendo Switch. These games should absolutely not be missed. They are a treasure trove of awesome platforming and gameplay and action-oriented gameplay. So September 3rd, out for the Switch. Check it out. The mech combat simulation game, Daemon X Machina, anime-inspired game, is due out September 13th. The official release date has been announced. Now, I played the beta of this. It was a little rocky. The frame rate was kind of terrible. Hopefully they tweaked it. I might check it out down the line. I'm always interested in a mech combat game, like a little RPG elements. So it kind of looks like Gundam Wing meets like Zone of the Enders. So I'll have to keep my eye on this. I mean, the demo was rocky. Hopefully they tweaked it. I'll have to see how it does in like the review scores and everything before I decide to pull the trigger and buy it. But we are quite starved for a mech combat game. I will make that note. Yeah. Banjo motherfucking Kazooie and is coming to the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game this fall. In a shockingly hilarious gameplay trailer of Duck Hunt, thinking it was going to be Banjo. Banjo swoops in, fucking kicks Duck Hunt's ass, and then just takes over the show. I can't wait for this. I need this because I love Banjo-Kazooie. I really hope we get a new Banjo game because hopefully this, Microsoft letting them use Banjo is just a sign that this is only, nothing but greatness is going to come from this. So I'm really looking forward to this in the future. Hopefully we can get a Banjo game or at least Diddy Kong Racing or something. Ugh, so frustrating. Animal Crossing New Horizons has been delayed until March 2020. It will now be released unfortunately in March 20th of 2020 because of they just wanted to go and tweak. I'm not gonna lie, it does look pretty good. I'm not an Animal Crossing fan personally, but the fans out there are devoted to this game, and yeah, so it's coming out March 2020. So be on the lookout for this. It looks pretty cool, pretty cute, adorable. It's like a building game, I think, and I can't get into this, so you guys enjoy. Okay, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition with all the DLC will be coming to Nintendo Switch this fall. Can you freaking believe that, folks? A game as massive as The Witcher 3 is going to be in the palm of your hands. This just goes to show you how much faith developers have in the Switch, and God bless them, because the Switch is an amazing, amazing hybrid console. Sure, it's not the greatest graphics, but it has heart. This November, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games to Tokyo 2020 will be released, and it has been announced today, yesterday at the Nintendo Switch E3 Direct. And I can't lie, folks, this game looks extraordinary. It looks really good, really fun. I might have to get it. I've never played these games in the past, but it looks really, really good. Online support as well, and the graphics look phenomenal. You can even do 2D gameplay as well. So I'll be checking this out. I'll be keeping my eye on this moving forward. And by the way, yes, it was a Switch exclusive. It's made by Sega and Nintendo, but is a Switch exclusive so far in the game. In a shocking turn of events, No More Heroes 3 Travis motherfucking Touchdown has been announced, but exclusive to the Nintendo Switch. I mean, as far as I know, though, I mean, I think it's the last couple of games were exclusive to the Switch. Hopefully this one will remain true, but it just looks awesome. It looks hilarious, it looks awesome, and Suda51 is, I think Grasshopper, has been developing this. So release date is the first quarter, I think, of 2020, or the first or second half of 2020 will be released, hopefully. We'll have to see. I'm going to be getting this day one. I wasn't crazy about Travis Strikes Back, but No More Heroes 3, that's going to be a keeper. In another shocking turn of events, you are not going to believe this, folks, but Contra, a new Contra game has been announced by Konami. Konami is back in the gaming business. They announced Contra Road Course at Nintendo Switch's E3 Direct, and it's coming out on September 24, 2019, and it's going to be, I think it's a timed exclusive or exclusive to Nintendo Switch for now, but holy shit, it looks freaking cool. I know we got a little mixed reactions, but I'll play this. This looks really fun, and fucking love Contra, so absolutely, positively, baby. September 24th, welcome back, Konami. Another shocking turn of event, Sega has announced a panzerdragoon remake coming this winter exclusive to the Nintendo Switch, as far as I know. It looks breathtaking. Holy shit, it looks good. Winter 2020 it comes out, and yes, I'm going to be playing this day freaking one, people. Day freaking one. Candidates of Hyrule, Legend of Zelda will be released tomorrow, folks, tomorrow at a price of $24.99. This is like a Zelda dungeon crawler grid style game, so I'm not a fan of this, but if you are, it's coming out tomorrow. $24.99, Nintendo Switch, online eShop. And finally, last two bits of news here. I know it's long, folks. Thanks for sticking around this long. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is out. The remake is out on September 20th on the Switch. Features a plethora of collector's editions, such as you get an art book with one. If you're in Europe, you get like a steelbook Game Boy case. Yeah, so this game is going to be day one. I'm going to neglect everything else. And it's going to be just me and Zelda, because this is one of my favorite Legend of Zelda 2D Zeldas. Next to Link to the Past, it's probably up there with the Link to the Past, so I'm going to dedicate everything I can to this game. The Windfish! Oh, I can't wait. It's such a fucked up story, too, if you really think about it. And last, but certainly not least, they dropped fucking Zelda bombs at the show. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel trailer has been debuted. They are working on a fucking sequel to Breath of the Wild, folks. Yes, you heard that shit fucking correctly. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 with the Zelda engine. They're not going to call it Breath of the Wild 2. I'm sure they're going to call it something else, but I'm calling it tentatively Breath of the Wild 2. They're using the same engine. It's going to be made for the Switch this time around, not just for the Wii U. So it's going to showcase, it's going to have better frame rate, I hope. It's going to have better everything because we need it. And with that being said, folks, that is the E3 2019 highlights. What'd you think? I know it's long, I apologize, but if you like it, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Why not subscribe? Because I'm going to keep you posted with all these latest news updates, reviews, game reactions, trailer reactions, as well as original series coming hopefully soon with top lists. My next topic will be my top 5 games of 2019 thus far, since we're halfway through the year. And with that being said, you guys have a great day, night, and life, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for stopping by.